family, welcome back to this Dumpster Diver's Kitchen. In today's episode, I always wanted to say that, no, but for real. Yesterday I went dumpster diving. I got a crap ton of bread. A few dives ago, I got a crap ton of eggs. So, what are we gonna make today? Well, I'm glad you asked. We are making, we are gonna be making French toast, like good old French toast. Then we're gonna be making cinnamon and sugar French toast bites because my girls like it cut up into bite-sized pieces. I don't know, don't ask. I'm hoping they'll eat it this way because normally they won't eat my homemade French toast, which might I add is amazing. They would rather have the frozen kind from Walmart or Aldi's. I don't get it either. I don't know. But we're gonna hope that they'll eat this because I'm gonna have a lot. I have some pork sausage I had sitting in some hot water defrosting. This is super cheap. I get this from Aldi's. I think it's like under $2. And we have some, this was the only kind of bacon that was left on the shelf whenever all this first started happening and like all the shelves were getting cleared out. The low sodium bacon was all that was left at Walmart. So hopefully it still tastes just as good as regular bacon. I've never had lower sodium, but we're gonna cook that up, chop it up, and we have some bagels defrosting, and my favorite, tortillas defrosting. So I'm gonna do a ton of breakfast prep. I'm also gonna show you how I do eggs in the oven for egg sandwiches, because you don't wanna sit over your stove and crack a million eggs to make over hard eggs for your sandwiches, right? Who wants to do that? Yes, we have all the time in the world right now, but I still don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you how I do them in the oven on a sheet pan. It's super simple and super fast. So come along with me, friends, and let's do some prep. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take a plain old sheet pan. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. Because I'm super lazy and because I have it now, I'm going to do all my eggs scrambled. I'm gonna put them in the KitchenAid. I mean, it's not really that I'm lazy, it's more like I'm so excited I have that now, and the Hamilton Beach mixer also, so whenever I can use them, I'm using them. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna spray my sheet pan down with some nonstick spray. Make sure you get it really good and up the side so your eggs don't stick. Oven is preheating. Let's get these eggs a-mixing. Get our little whisk on there. We are going to take a dozen dumpster eggs. Well, almost. This is called a dumpster dozen. One's missing. That's a dumpster dozen. Crack our eggs. Hopefully we ain't getting no shells in there. It's alright, extra protein, right? Right. So there's 11 eggs in there. I'm gonna add some milk. Oh, you know what? Completely forgot I have dumpster milk. Let me go grab it. So we're gonna add some milk. We normally don't drink skim. This is 1%. So I'm gonna use it for all my cooking today. We're gonna add in some salt, some pepper. Then we're gonna plug this bad boy in. Mix it low and slow. Oh, I love it. I love it. While we're mixing that, I am going to spray my sheet pan down. That definitely doesn't look like enough eggs, so we're gonna add a couple more eggs in. Now, one thing my husband said to me was, whenever I made breakfast sandwiches and put them in the freezer, he didn't get to the English muffin ones as fast as the bagel ones because he really likes bagel breakfast sandwiches. So the English muffin sat in there a little bit longer than a month. It was like maybe 2 months. And when he reheated it, the English muffins got hard. So what I'm gonna do this time is something a little bit different. I'm just gonna wrap up like the egg with a slice after the egg cools, put a slice of cheese on it, and put that in a freezer bag. So then all he needs to do is get an English muffin out, toast it, and throw that on whenever he's ready for it. And all he has to do is cook it in the microwave. So that is the plan. So if you guys have that same problem, this is another easy way for you to still have stuff ready to go in the freezer, but you know, who wants a hard English muffin? Not I. Mix away. A little bit more pepper, a little bit more salt. All right, good enough. Now we're just going to, let me show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it, huh? So now we're just going to, try not to spill egg everywhere. We're gonna take all of our eggs and pour them on our baking sheet. Going to take a fork, because we still got some whole ones. Probably should have used the other attachment. I'm still learning this thing though, you know? My refrigerator's open. I swear I leave it open every day. All right, so we're gonna pop this in the oven. 350 degrees. Don't spill it, Shannon. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes and then I'll check them. They might need 15 to 20, I'm not sure. It depends on how many eggs you have, what your oven is like, is it gas, electric, you know. The only thing I can tell you to do is put them in for 10 and just continue to check them so you don't burn them. But we like our eggs a little well done. We don't like them goopy, slimy, you know. Now we're gonna get started on mixing up the egg mixture for our French toast because I'm making a crap ton. So I also need to get the pork sausage on, the bacon in the oven, but I'm gonna get my eggs done first and then focus on the meat after. So right now, you know what I need? Look, so I have this thing on my oven, like this big middle part, you know what I mean, that has this burner. Don't mind the egg I just spilt. But I need one of those, what are those things called? Like I guess it's called a griddle that you can put right on your stove and use that big middle burner and have like a big griddle. I used to have one. I don't know what happened to it. I guess I broke it and threw it away. I don't know. But I used to have an electric griddle and I don't know where it went. So I don't know. I mean, that would be the fastest way for me to make French toast, but I don't have it anymore. So I need to be on the lookout for a griddle pan that I can use for my stove for the middle piece and start cooking French toast on that. But I just don't have that right now. So instead, I have a large pan and I have a little skillet thing here. So we're gonna use these two. I can fit 4 pieces on here and probably maybe 3 or 4 in here. So that's what we're working with today. So let's get started on that. I'm gonna clean out my KitchenAid bowl so all the ketchup and salt is out because we don't want that ketchup. The ketchup, Shannon? The pepper. Oh my God. Where did I get ketchup from? Oh God, save me from myself at this point, please. Goodness gracious, what is wrong with me? All right, so for our French toast mixture, I'm gonna start with some eggs. We are gonna start with a whole dozen, and I know I could put the cinnamon and the sugar right in my batter, but I'm not gonna do that because my husband does not like cinnamon sugar French toast. So I'm gonna start off with just making my normal French toast, which I do put a little bit of cinnamon in it, but not a lot. And then for the girls, I'll either mix it in, I'll do another batch for French toast, or I'll just dip the bread into the cinnamon sugar after they're done. But I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. So I put in a little bit of ground cinnamon, not a lot, just a little, and a good heaping amount of vanilla. If it's opened, there we go. Probably about a tablespoon and a half. And some dumpster milk. Let's get our attachment on. Mix that up. Get our pans sprayed over here and get them on our burners. We're gonna spray down our pans. And our egg mixture is all mixed up. I'm gonna put it in this bowl just because it's easier to mix. Start with the classic white bread because my hubby does not like wheat bread. We're gonna get this all dipped in here and then we're gonna get it on our stove and get it cooking. while this is cooking, I'm gonna get my cinnamon and sugar, a bowl of it ready to go to dip in when I start the girls' French toast. So, I'm gonna do a big old bowl of that. Guess where I got these nice bowls at? The Pier 1 dumpster. Shocking, right? Just gonna dump a good bit of sugar in and a good amount of cinnamon. And stir it around. And then I'll probably dip it in the egg mixture and then dip it in here and then cook it on the stove. So I'm gonna add a good amount in here. So my mother-in-law's best friend gave me a whole bunch of new pots and pans. A lot of them were brand new because, let me bring you guys up so I can chat with you while I'm cooking. All right, 10 minutes. Let's check our eggs. So yeah, what was I saying? My mother-in-law's best friend was going through her kitchen and like got rid of a ton of pots and pans. And she was like, here, if you want to go through them, you can take whatever you want. I took a bunch of them. I got rid of all of my old pots and pans because they were Teflon and all the Teflon was like coming off, and I know that's horrible for you, but I just didn't have the money right now to get new ones. So these eggs aren't done yet. There's still a lot of, you know, liquid in there. So we're gonna set the timer for another 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and we'll check them after that. But yeah, so I got all these gorgeous pots and pans off of her for free, and they are so nice. This one over here, this copper one, is non-stick, and it is amazing. I love it. So thank you to my mother-in-law and her BFF. I appreciate it. I don't know if her best friend watches my channel or not, but in case she does, thank you, Miss Debbie. So I will bring you guys back when the eggs are done and we'll get started on some more stuff. Here we go again, talking without hitting the record button. I'm having a full-on conversation with you guys. Lord. Anyway, our eggs are done. 15 minutes in a 350-degree oven will cook 11 scrambled eggs perfectly. So, where the heck am I going to put this? I don't have no damn room. I need a bigger kitchen. All right, I'm going to set those on the table. Too cool for now. I'm going to finish up this round of French toast for my hubby. Then we will start getting the eggs cut up, which I'll show you how I do it. I just use a pizza cutter, super simple. This is literally so easy. And it's so much faster than frying an egg. I mean, you can even like make it like you're making a fried egg. You can break all the eggs open on the sheet pan. If you don't want to break the yolk, don't break the yolk. But I would break the yolk and just poke it so that it all runs out, and you can make your fried eggs that way in the oven, or you can do it my way. But it's much faster than standing over a hot stove, especially when the weather's nice and you don't want to have to do that. Like today, it's been beautiful. So I just scramble them up and cook them like that, and they cook perfectly. And it saves so much time. All right, so our French toast is all ready to go for my hubby. So that's a whole loaf of white bread in the freezer made up as French toast. Let me show you. So there we go. There is hubby's breakfast whenever he wants it. That is a nice mountain of French toast. Now let's go over and get our eggs cut, and then we're gonna get the bacon in the oven. And you just want to make them into perfect squares to fit your English muffins or your bagels or whatever it is that you're making. And voila. You have to get a knife though and kind of go over the edges because the pizza cutter can't get up on this one since it has a lip. Take your butter knife. And since we sprayed it really good, none of your eggs will stick. This is such an awesome trick. I believe I learned this from Miss J. Morell Stewart. If you've ever watched her channel, she is a large family mama, and she puts down some food in her kitchen, man. Let me tell you. She really puts down the food in her kitchen, man. All right, so now I'm gonna get my bacon on a sheet pan, line it with some wax paper, and pop that in the oven. I'm gonna crank my oven up though. And we're gonna get our bacon on another sheet pan, so let's do that now. So I got my sheet pan, just gonna get my bacon opened. Hopefully this low sodium still tastes good. I mean, that's what makes bacon good, right? All the salt. You can also cook your bacon in an air fryer. I got my air fryer out of the Big Lots dumpster, so it's not the size that I would have bought. It's a lot smaller. So I'm not gonna do the bacon in there because I'd only be able to do like maybe six slices at a time. So I just do it in the oven. It's much cleaner this way too. You don't have to clean a huge mess up on your stove. I hate making bacon on my stove because I get grease everywhere. Can anybody feel me on that? Shoot up a big old thumbs up if you can feel me on making a mess when you cook bacon and you hate it, because I hate that mess on my stove of grease everywhere. Some of these are overlapping, but it'll be fine. And our oven's preheated. So we're gonna throw our bacon in now. So I'm gonna let our French toast cool completely before we start putting it in freezer bags. So I got my sausage now. I'm gonna get that cooking. I was gonna do sliced sausage, but I think I'm just gonna do crumbled sausage because I would rather have it I think it goes further like that, because if you slice it, you can only get maybe like 8-9 pieces. And if I crumble it, it stretches a lot further. So I like to crumble mine. But you do it however you like to do it. So, all right, I'm gonna get this sausage cooked, and then we'll get the egg and cheese ready to put in Ziploc bags, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to do it. I got our sausage all done, cooked up. It is sitting in a paper towel to get all the extra fat out. My bacon is nowhere near done, and I don't have an oven light because it broke, so that's why I'm not turning it on. I still have a little bit of egg mixture here for French toast, and then I have my cinnamon and sugar. So now I'm gonna get started. Oh, and here, I'll show you my eggs. They all came out of the pan. Nothing has stuck. They all came out clean. So that is a really easy way to do eggs for your egg sandwiches. Does anybody else have a corner like this of their kids crafting stuff, or is it just me? Somebody help me with this. I've organized it like 8 times. It's just staying that way. All right, so now I have this French toast. It's pretty much cooled off, so we're gonna bag this up, and we're gonna get started on some honey wheat French toast bites. So let's get that started, guys. You're gonna add the cinnamon and sugar right on in there. And mix it around again. All right, so we got our cinnamon, sugar, eggs. I'm gonna put a little bit more vanilla in here so we can start the kids' French toast. All right, now I wanted to try something new, but this would be easier if I was doing it in the oven, like baked French toast, and I'm not, so. All right, so we're just gonna dip a whole slice of bread in. I think that would just make more sense. And then cut them when they're done. Yeah, definitely not the way to go, cutting them up first. I've never done that, so I was like, oh, maybe that'll work, but no, it's not gonna be good. Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Learn from my mistakes. If I wanted to do baked French toast, though, this would definitely work much better in the oven, but I'm not doing that. So from now on, I'm just gonna cook it whole like I usually do. All right, now let's go back to the correct way of making French toast. Here's the bacon, perfectly cooked. We're getting somewhere now. Do a little sprinkle in, a little bit more cinnamon and sugar on it. Just doing whatever I can to get these girls to eat it. If that means more cinnamon and sugar, then whatever, because we got lots of bread here. We need to use that. So you guys get the hint here. I'm going to finish up the girls' French toast, then I'll show you how I bag it up. Don't mind my wispies flying all over the place. We'll bag up the French toast, and then we'll get started on the bacon, egg, and cheese bagels and English muffins, and then I'm just going to put some egg and cheese in sandwich baggies and put those in the freezer, and then all you have to do is toast your bagel or English muffin and pop the egg and cheese on it. So I'll bring you back when I start all that fun stuff. I'm sitting my butt down. Sorry for that glare with the light. Trying to get my bun in the front of it so it doesn't blind you guys. Anyway, I'm sitting at my kitchen table now because my back hurts, if I'm going to be truly honest with y'all. So I'm going to sit my booty down and we're going to make up some burritos. Ay, ay, ay. I'm such a dork. Anyway, here's my low sodium bacon. Voila. So we're going to make some burritos. I also have some bagels in my oven. They were still a little frozen, so I just wanted to toast them up a little bit. We got the imitation cheese that my family loves. I absolutely despise this cheese, but they all beg me to buy it. I know it's bad for you. It's all processed, but they like it, so whatever. I like mild cheddar, or I buy the Sargento, the actual cheese, medium cheddar. So we're gonna try and use all this up. I'm first gonna do my burritos, which are sausage, egg, and cheese. Nobody else eats those but me in this house, but I like to have a fast breakfast on hand for when I'm doing school in the morning with the girls. Like today, I don't think I ate until 5:30. So, yeah. And I was starving. I inhaled a half of a sub from Sheetz, which is like a little gas station with like kind of like a Wawa. If you guys have those. It has food. You can order food and everything. I inhaled it. I was starving. So I need to have some better options, and I don't want to eat a huge hoagie roll like I had today because I'm putting on the pounds. Hashtag quarantine 15. So instead I like to do these flour tortillas. There's not nearly as many carbs in these, and it's a much healthier choice. Plus you can also buy like the better for you wraps. They have like spinach wraps. They have all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, I like to use those more than regular hoagie buns or bread or English muffins for my stuff. I just wanted to toast these enough to where they're not like frozen still, and to where when my hubby would make this, pop it in a microwave, it's still gonna have that toasted taste to it. Because if you don't, then you know, it doesn't taste right whenever you defrost it and then cook it in the microwave, because that's what we're going to be doing with these. I will get out my wax paper. I'm just going to assemble some first, just to show you how I do it. So you just get a top and a bottom bagel, get your egg, plop it on down there. Then we're going to get a piece of cheese, put that on top of the egg. I'm actually going to use the bigger ones for hubbies, so it covers the whole bagel. And then throw some bacon on it. And voila, bacon, egg, and cheese bagels for the freezer. I feel like I'm so like a mom that has it all together now. Even though I don't. I really don't have it all together, but I'm gonna make it seem like I do. Oh, and guys, I wanted to tell you, I bought this at, I keep hearing all this amazing things about the Method cleaners from Target. So I bought, what is this? Find the front, Shannon. The Method All-Purpose, and this is Honey Crisp Apple. Oh my Jesus. I could drink it. It smells that good. I mean, I won't, and don't drink it because it's cleaning stuff, but it's amazing smelling. Like, I would have actually cleaned my whole house because that smells so good. I mean, I don't ever want to clean my house. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to get these wrapped, and I'll bring you back in a second. All right, last two bagels. Thank you, Jesus. I'm already over it. I just made like 3 sandwiches and forgot to put cheese on them. So then I had to unwrap them, disassemble it, put the cheese on, assemble it back up. Lord help me. But this is definitely a time saver. And this will be so helpful to my hubby when he's hungry in the morning and he doesn't feel like making anything, and I don't want to make him anything. So he will appreciate these for sure. And you can do anything. You don't have to do bacon. If you guys have leftover ham in your freezer from Easter, pull that ham out, baby. Put it on your sandwiches. Do a ham, egg, and cheese McMuffin or a bagel or even the tortillas. And I did it again. I didn't put my cheese on. Dang it. I don't know how people eat this cheese. I'm sorry if you like this, but ugh. I would prefer real cheese, thank you. And there you go. Bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. Hubby's gonna be so excited. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some burritos with the rest of these, and I don't think I'm gonna, because I was gonna do just an egg with a piece of cheese and wrap that in a little sandwich baggie and put it in like all of those into a big baggie in my freezer. But I'm gonna use these for my sausage, egg, and cheese burritos. So whenever, maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'll make another batch of these and then do that for the English muffins. But for now, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna take some shredded cheddar cheese, some of my sausage, and I'll take some egg and just plop it right on there and then roll it up. There you have a sausage, egg, and cheese burrito. Oh yeah. What am I gonna put these in? I didn't get no more wax paper. I'll just set them on the tray. Those do kind of come unfolded though, like this one just did. But once I wrap it up in the wax paper, it'll stay folded and then you can just put it in the freezer. So now I'm just gonna finish these up. I'll put you guys on high speed and then we'll bag up our French toast and we are done. I only used 2 loaves of that bread. I still have a ton of bread to use, but I popped it all in my freezer so I can use it whenever. Oh, and the Best Buy date isn't until April 30th, and I think we're on the 28th, so yeah. They just threw it out ahead of time because they probably figured no one's gonna buy it that close to the date. But I'm telling you what, I would have bought it if they would have marked it half off or even like 50 cents or whatever. I think it's only like $1 there. I would have bought it. I'm sure a lot of people would have. I don't know if they're not allowed to do that. I mean, I think they are. They usually put $1 off stickers on it. I don't know if maybe they just had too much product because I see a lot of places are doing that now. I guess I'm not putting you guys on fast forward because I'm just talking to you. Because I talk too much. My kids probably think I'm crazy. They're sitting in the living room on their iPads probably like, who is she talking to? My friends. I'm talking to my friends inside my camera. But what was I saying? See, I can't get off the subject because then I forget. I was watching on the news that there's a lot of farmers dumping out milk because they lost all their restaurants, or most of their restaurants, because now restaurants and bars aren't open other than for takeout, and they don't do nearly as much business for takeout as they did sit-down business, you know? So I'm sure a lot of farmers are taking a hit from that. They were destroying crops because they couldn't get rid of them. They lost all the restaurant accounts they had. That's why I'm so worried about our economy, because it's like everything is taking a hit in one way or another other than the medical field. I mean, they're taking a hit by being overfilled right now, of course. And doctors and nurses are working crazy hours. I'm not saying they're not, you know, they are. If you're a doctor or a nurse, believe me, my hat is off to you guys, because you guys are definitely going above and beyond for people right now, which is amazing. But, I mean, sadly, the only thing that's not taking a hit right now is the funeral business and the hospitals. Because so many people are passing away from this disease, and so many people virus, and so many people are getting this virus. and need to be in a hospital on a ventilator. Like, it's just so crazy. I never in my lifetime thought I would be going through something like this. Never. Did you guys? Comment down below. I mean, I, of course, was, I think, what, 18 or 19 when 9/11 happened? I mean, I remember the day still. I remember everything. I remember where I was at. I remember who I was with. It's crazy how you can remember that stuff. And I'll probably remember the day that I found out about all this, because it was the day it was a Sunday, I was at work. And that next day is when they told everybody you can either just do takeout or you have to close. Crazy, man. It's just crazy. I'm just worried about what's going to happen after all this. You know what I mean? All right, I'm out of burritos, and I'm pretty much almost out of sausage too. Just put all the sausage on here. We're gonna overload this one and just drop that on the floor, Shannon. It's fine. You're the one that cleans the floor anyway. Oh, snap, it ripped. Son of a bee. All right, so these ones I'm gonna take and put a slice of the fake cheese on it and just put it in a baggie and pop it in the freezer, because I don't want these couple of eggs to go to waste. So we will just do that. Just like this, and put them in a sandwich baggie in your fridge, and then all you have to do is take out your English muffin or even toast, bread, toast it up, throw that on. And that way you don't even need to use meat. If you don't have any bacon or sausage defrosted, you don't need it. Just make an egg and cheese sandwich. And this is my breakfast prep. Pretty darn easy. And then we're gonna wrap up our French toast. I do have a couple pieces of bacon left, crumbled bacon, so I'll throw some bacon in here too. Of course, you can freeze cheese, it's fine. So we'll just do that. Make sure you get all the air out. And there you go. Bacon, egg, and cheese for an English muffin. That way my hubby doesn't have to say, the English muffin is so hard, I don't like it. I was like, you're probably not reheating it the right way, which I don't think he was, because you need to take like a moist paper towel and wrap it up in that and then heat it up in the microwave. I don't think he was doing that. And then the last two, I don't have any more meat, so I'm just gonna put these two together, and he can have a double egg and cheese, or have two at once since there's no meat. And there you go. And you of course can mark these, put what they are, but I mean you can see what they are, so I'm not gonna do that. And then I'm gonna clean up all the sausage and cheese on my table in front of me and on the floor and myself. I might be messier than my children. All right, let's get some wax paper for my burritos. Where the heck did I put it at? Already on my table. Lord. It was so gorgeous here today, guys. It has been the perfect day out. The wind was blowing lightly. The sun was out. It was hot, but because of the wind, you didn't get like sweaty and gross. I loved the weather, and now it is downpouring. Good thing I didn't try to go out dumpster diving today, huh? I'm gonna wrap these up. I'll bring you back when I'm done. All right, guys, so my breakfast prep is all done. We have cinnamon French toast, a regular French toast. Don't mind my busted looking nails. I'll just cut this up into pieces when the girls are ready for it in the mornings after I microwave it. Then I got 4, 5, 6 bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, 2 egg, bacon, and cheese little setups here, and all you have to do is heat up, toast your toast or your English muffin. And I think there's 1 or 2 that just have the egg and cheese. And then the sausage, egg, and cheese burritos. So that is gonna wrap up my Cook With Me breakfast prep video. I said it without messing it up, yes. The next time you see me, I'll either be at the dumpsters or back in this dumpster diver's kitchen. My next recipe I think I want to make for you guys is chicken or pork egg rolls. They are so easy to make, My husband absolutely loves them, and I will never buy frozen egg rolls ever again because they taste horrible compared to homemade, and it's so cheap to make. You would never think it was this cheap. I am telling you. And you can freeze those also. So I'll be bringing you that video next. I think maybe a few other desserts along the way. I don't know. We'll figure some stuff out. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you all had as much fun as I did cooking this breakfast prep. Now I have a big old mess to clean up. Oh, I'm over it. But thank you guys again. And as always, happy diving, cooking, and baking. Bye guys.